So we are not making dirty movies here. So before you continue on to roll out your slab, we're going to make our wedged clay into a nice flat piece. You need to make sure you have a clean space. So I'm just going to remind you that these brushes are kept up here. But when you brush, do it slowly because it'll kick up too much dust if you like go really fast. The dust will be too much, and then people won't be able to breathe very well, including yourself. So always sweep the dirty clay slowly away so you have a nice clean area. And you see this damp spot? Not damn spot, it's damp. Damp spot, don't work there because it'll stick there. So I have my clay that you should have wedged. I purposely got new clay that's not wedged so I can show you maybe how you can identify whether you have air bubbles or not. This won't be fired. But I'm going to go ahead and just do a few wedges. You're supposed to do it 50 times, okay? So the last couple wedges you do, like 51, 52, 53, you should do very lightly so that it's kind of rolled up into a nice ball. And then you set it into a clean, dry area. And you're going to make a hamburger patty. When you use this part of your hand, spend more time in the center, then do go around the outside real quick, then flip. The reason that you're flipping is so that you release it from the table so that it can spread. Because once you do this, it's kind of stuck to the table and it won't spread anymore. And we want it to spread from the center out to the edges. And I'm going to make a nice even hamburger, not a lumpy hamburger, because when you grill hamburgers, you don't want like raw spots and overcooked spots. So if you have a thick part and a skinny part, you would have an undone part and an overdone part. So notice how I'm not hitting so hard that I've hit it gently enough that when I flip it, it should be flat again. And those lumps that I had should, by flattening it against the table, be gone. And then the last one, there. Now, I can already kind of see an air bubble. I know that's going to come up later, but about a ½ inch, right? About like that. Now, you absolutely positively must have 2 slats. If you can't find the slats, then ask for the slats, S-L-A-T-S, of wood. We are now going to roll out our slab, S-L-A-B, with our rolling pin, which has some crusties on there. We don't want crusticates. We want to get rid of the crustication on there because the crustications would make lumps in our slab and our slab won't be smooth and even. So just scrape that off real quick. And I have another one there and a third one ready if I need it, so you can ask for the third one if we need it. So start in the center, not the area towards you, not the area away from you, but in the center, with the 2 slats on either side of the clay, not touching the clay. Don't touch the clay. Give it a little room to spread in between here. So it's going to spread out a little. And you start in the center, pushing down. Notice I'm not holding it. I'm just kind of letting it roll. I'm going to just like press down, and I'm going to lean into it and let it roll away. And dear Lord, don't let the coffee get knocked over because it's precious. So I go back to the center and roll towards me. And then I go back to the center, roll away, and then back towards me. Ooh, I have air bubbles. I see them. I'll show you later. There's one right there. You can just see it. Yeah, you won't have air bubbles, I hope. But I did want to show you what they look like. Can you just kind of see them? Yeah, they're right there. There's one there, one there. Because I did not wedge them fully. Because I wanted to show you maybe that if you see those, you need to just stop what you're doing and go back and wedge. So, oh, I flipped the clay. It was like this, now I'm going to flip it. The reason you flip your clay, same reason as when you made your hamburger patty. You need to release it from the table. So I release it from the table by flipping it, and that way it's not stuck to the table and it'll slide better. That's another reason why you don't want to work on, oh, I just heard an air bubble pop. Now, so that means if there's a big air bubble here, on the surface, that means that there's small ones underside. So I did pop one, but there's other ones under there, so I would not fire this piece of clay. So just be aware. There it is again. I can just see that air bubble right there. But anyway, you flip frequently. You notice that these two cardboard slats are under the cardboard, under my rolling pin on both sides. That will keep me from being too thin. And then I flip frequently. Once I think I'm here, I'll show you the next step later. Okay.